Welcome to Mars.
All right, welcome back to Mars Radio. We're here with our next guest. He goes by the name of Cobalt45. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Cobalt, go ahead and introduce yourself to the
Yeah.
Mars Radio platform. Let them know who you are and what you do.
What's up, Mars Radio? You already know it's Cobalt45, Modesto, California. Long time in the making, my boys. We out here. So
All right, so
yeah,
what kind of entertainment do you do? You're a rapper, singer, dancer.
yeah. MC, microphone controller.
So
I
you're a
move the
rapper,
crowd. Yeah. Battle rapper, but I make music.
and
First and foremost, always been the first thing I ever did.
and you're from Modesto, California.
Yeah,
All right,
West Modesto,
perfect.
California.
So what do you think of when you think of Modesto, California? What comes to mind?
This is grimy. It's like a Central Valley. There's a lot of love, and we love our city. That's one thing. I've been here since the birth, '81, so I've seen it grown from 40,000 population to up to whatever 230 or whatever we're at now, 230,000 people, and so I've seen the change from no culture to country culture to some culture to actually having a little, we have some culture out here. We're actually a spot you should come fuck with. Modesto, California. I love my city for sure. 209 is easy.
So that's what's up. And what do you think of when you think of Modesto itself? What comes to mind when you think of Modesto?
I mean, obviously, first things people think of is Gallo and the winery, or George Lucas because he's from here, and Star Wars. Uh, what I
Me personally, I think of the taco trucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've always had the 7th Street taco trucks were the shit for sure. Everyone that ever came out here, you know, we party out here. So everyone from the Bay comes out here to party. People from Sac come to party. People from Fresno come up to party. It's like centrally located, and that's what we're known for, honestly. Because Modesto's an hour away from everything. If you move to Modesto, you can go to Yosemite or Sac or the Bay or Fresno, and there's shit popping everywhere around you, literally. So we're kind of like the hub. Back in the day, our downtown used to be lit. Everyone would come here to party because we had hella bars, like in a 2-block radius, and
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
shit changes.
So grew up in Modesto. Did you grow up with one parent or two parents?
2-parent household. My
Two-parent
mom and
household?
dad both worked. My mom and dad hustled as hard as they could and did what they could. But we grew up definitely in a poverty neighborhood in West
Yeah.
Modesto, and at that time it was different when I was a child. Shit, late '80s, early '90s. Shit was wild. That's when the gangster rap started and crack and all that crap. So I'm old. I'm 41. So like I literally lived through all that shit. I lived
Okay.
through all that
So
shit,
you
and
grew up
I
in
see Modesto. I see Modesto grow. I've been there.
That's what's up. So you grew up in West Modesto around poverty and stuff with both parents. What kind of kid were you? Were you like the nerd, the gangster, the sports head, the dork?
Yeah, I was a West Modesto kid. If anyone knows what a West Modesto kid is, we all know if you're from West Side Modesto. Like shit. I don't
Okay,
know.
so you just
Yeah,
regular kid
we did just exactly
adapting to surroundings.
just bad kid shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna indulge, but just
Yeah.
dumb shit throwing. Like we
Yeah.
said, rocks and cars,
Yeah.
stealing candy.
Yeah.
Fucking. We still played guns and
Right.
did our Sandlot shit just like the movie. And
Yeah, for sure.
we had
Benny the
I had a
Jet?
great childhood in West Side, man.
That's what's up. That's
Walk
what's
around
up.
barefooted, when candy was cheap.
And how would you say West Modesto was growing up different than any other part of town?
It's most cultured because I live, all my neighbors were straight Mexican, Black, Cambodian, Laotian, Vietnamese. Not to say there wasn't white people there because I'm half white, but it's just a super cultured neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah,
Diverse.
they like that. Yeah, they do like the first. We have like a parade or festival here in Modesto called like the International Day Parade, celebrating all cultures and shit. And they started that shit on my street on 3rd Street in West Modesto. And then we had the Yes You Can Museum right there on I Street, so I used to be able to walk there. And that was a place where I grew culturally and musically because there was a piano. We used to go there and draw every day. It was open for all the kids in the West Side community to go. It was on I Street and 3rd on the corner, and it was called Yes You Can Museum. And that was a huge part of me growing up, man. I used to walk there and they had a piano there, and we could play the piano or we could draw. It was just a safe place for us to go.
That's what's up.
Because it was a real ghetto, and then they actually had a program at that time for that. Shit,
Imagine that having
I
a
went
place
to Pearson, I went to Franklin. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, imagine that. Imagine having a place for these kids to go.
Yeah, and they built it and they created that for us, so that was a beautiful thing. Definitely, I can attribute, actually, I could attribute to that to my arts before anything, because
Yeah,
that's where I was like really passionate about drawing this shit
that's
first,
what's up.
and just being an imaginative kid. Because back then we didn't have cell phones or tablets, so we just had to
That's what
use
I'm
our
saying. How things
imagination
were
to
different
play
back
with
then.
toys,
Yeah,
use our imagination to play guns or
that's what's
whatever
up.
it is we did as kids.
Hide and go
Ride
seek.
bikes all day.
Hide and go seek.
You know, shit like exactly.